Yeah, so there's a warm welcome again from Early Bird Austria. And warm welcome is not warm, it's super fucking hot here. Yeah, I'm already awake. Hell yeah. How
I'm
are you
still awake.
guys?
I'm
You're
still.
still awake. Yeah.
I went to the gym tonight late
Mm-hmm.
so I could be awake. I didn't get home from the gym until about 8. And I was like, all right, good. I said, I've only got 3 hours until the live. Then I did some work, ate some baked mac and cheese. Now I'm ready. And I went downstairs to specially curve a hat that I know will beat you. Your own hat. I'm beating you with your own fucking poison.
Fuck that shit. I was running in quickly because I was like 5 minutes later than usual, and I said, "Oh fuck, I need now a hat." I had to look at those hats that have not dropped yet, so I thought, now I can beat you today, and then you're coming up with this one. It's
I
ridiculous.
said, you know what? Normally I pull something that's from the clip that we're showing, right? But not this time. I said, no, I'm gonna teach Pat a lesson about making good hats. Since he made such a good hat, I'm gonna beat him with it.
So you went home from the gym and then you ate that mac and cheese brick, and now you think you can go to sleep with the brick in your stomach?
I'll be all right. I think the best time, but the best time to eat like pasta and stuff is after a workout because your body just uses it all.
Yeah, I mean,
It was heavy, man. And I don't bake. I don't make it. Brady makes it.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's a superstar. Brady uses four bags of white cheddar cheese, and it's impressive. Yeah, a lot of people in here now, right, Leon? We don't even know how many, do we? We're flying blind right now. But I can see comments today. I see we got a lot of people in here. We got Pat Montgomery, we got Eric. Eric's here.
The room's full of green.
Well, it can only be green. It's a members only video.
That's the joke.
Guys, give us a 1 if you like these members only lives. Give us a 1 in the chat. Give us a 2 if you think we should open it up for everybody else. Because I think these member only videos are fantastic, man. I think it's fun. We're gonna do it for other things too, you know, Pat. I think it's they love these. They love these one. They love it. Yeah, I agree. I think these are good. It's like it gets all the most dedicated viewers here. You know, they're always 100% approval ratings on the videos too. You never get a hater in this group.
Yeah,
you know what's happening on?
Yeah. People want the movie watch-alongs too. We got to figure out a way to make that work. Maybe through Discord. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't care, dude. I don't care if but I don't care if we can't monetize that video. I don't care.
Yeah, we just need a way that we can all hear it the same time, though. That's
probably Discord.
Yeah. We need to figure that out because that'd be cool.
We should do that. We should do that with some sporting events too. Who cares if it can be monetized or not?
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't want the strike though. That's the thing. If they strike you, you get 3 strikes. They take down your whole channel.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
It's
not a good idea.
Starting from scratch would be annoying.
So today, Pat went to sleep because he had to be ready for this, right? And I said, "All right, man, it's time for me to get to work. I got so much shit done today. I feel like I could conquer the world right now."
Yeah, but the Discord thing would help because we would be able to listen to it, and they won't be able to see it, but we could watch along still.
Okay, I'm like, that's kind of weird, right? They just be.
No, I mean, if you're watching it live, you're just getting our reaction. If you're watching it live, you'll just get our reaction. Maybe we put it like very small in the corner. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. Let's hit the countdown.
All right, gotcha. 1 second.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Late Night with Pat and Pierre and Leon. Episode number 19. Welcome everybody. We are showing off hats tonight, and This is going to be fantastic. You will see a lot of good stuff.
Did you ever watch the game show and the game show Hollywood Squares, Pat? You just reminded me of that.
Hollywood Squares? I don't know that.
There's a bunch of squares, right, Leon, with people in them?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
With Leon there. But we got some good stuff to show off tonight. So we've got first we got to start with our hats though, because I'm really excited. What's the score right now with the hats, Leon?
And pull up the last.
Are we at 500? Am I at 500 yet?
I believe you. This is how we have it.
Ooh.
Pat up 1.
Okay, we're about to even this motherfucker up.
Yeah, he won the last one, 51-49. Very close margin.
He did. He beat me last time.
That's what I have here.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem accurate.
I do remember you did tie it up at 8-8.
No, just give me 10 seconds. I need to log in my 20 YouTube accounts now. Oh, damn. Not all of them are members.
Not all of them are members. You only get 1 vote.
No, I need to invest more.
You're not going to pay. Are you willing to pay $10 for 20 other accounts right now?
Yes, here, $200 a month just for winning that.
Yeah. But I wanted this to be I thought I was going to take the lead this week, but I want to get to 500 by utilizing one of your own weapons. So, you know what's funny about this logo is we saw it how many times we go through Lehigh Valley, right? And I kept ignoring it. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do a food hat. Nah, I don't want to do a food hat. Nah, I don't want to do a food hat. And then Pat, one day without me, says, yeah, well, I'm going to do a food hat. And then
I'm a huge ham fan. So, it's like that typical Italian ham, that called prosciutto.
Yeah.
This is not far away from here. It's like 2 and 3 hours, something like that, where this is like the area of that.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we just go there on the weekend. It's crazy. Just eating the ham with Parmesan cheese and a glass of wine.
My dad hates Parmesan cheese.
What? I am probably.
I love Parmesan cheese.
No, I don't love Parmesan cheese. I'm living out of that. So sausages and Parmesan cheese is like, I'm probably one of the largest consumers worldwide per head of Parmesan cheese. Okay, so no joke about that. I love it. I love it.
The wheels of Parmesan.
Yeah, this is also not that far away. Like where this is coming from here.
You know what's interesting? My dad, when I was growing up, didn't like 2 things. He would never use table salt. He said because it's really bad for you. But then he was eating some of the saltiest foods on the planet because it was in the food, right? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. But then Parmesan cheese was not allowed to be used because he said, why do I want to eat something that smells like shit?
Nah, come on.
It does smell like feet a little bit.
It smells kind of. I love Parmesan cheese. I fucking love it. But this hat, when you sent it to me, right, this brings out the old like collector in me because I'm like, man, this thing is fuck. You know what I mean? You still get that feeling because you lose it a little bit when you're making hats because after it becomes like you're constantly making stuff and you can make whatever you want. So at the end of the day, you're like, but this one, it was like when I opened it, I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah. This is
so now that I've sold it very well, right?
Yeah.
And
this is the one of the rare moments when you open up a box and you know what's inside, right? So that you're super excited in your head, and you can also feel it a little bit in your pants. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I felt it a little bit in my pants. But listen, man, this fucking hat's good. So I'm gonna show my hat. So this is my hat tonight, guys. This thing. So Pat is fucking with all of you too. He's like keeps waiting and waiting. He's gonna drop this when he feels like it. He's like, I just want to make it last a little bit longer. But this thing is crazy, guys. You got all brown, you got that green UV. You've got what I believe says bacon in Spanish, and then you got that guy. Look at that. That looks a little bit like Pat, right? A little bit.
Yeah, I think he might have a little bit higher blood pressure because he's so red. So
this thing is so fucking good, man. If you don't have a reshipper set up, do it now because this thing is fucking crazy, man. I love this hat. And Pat, fuck you for doing this without me. You should have convinced me to do this in the U.S. You didn't. And
I showed it to you, and then we did one, and then it was like obsolete. It's like,
yeah,
I mean,
but your color was better though. The one that got denied, I do think this colorway was better.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. You always have to see that. So if you see that logo first, like as a mock-up, it looks cool, but when you see it in hand, it's like really crazy. And I will wait until the new website is online because I want to avoid overbookings. That's for sure that this will happen with the old website.
Yeah, listen, the overbooking, the fixing of the overbooking with the new websites is fucking game changing.
Yeah, this was game changing. That's
Yeah.
absolutely true. All right,
why
so
don't we show the losing hat now?
yeah, let's show the losing hat.
That's a good fucking hat though.
With the Inland Empire Pilots team night, and yeah, a little bit in that colorway of the Angels. So we got this side patch that we already used, and then we got a satin brim, and then we got flat minor league Betterman, gray UV, and white guts. So that's the losing hat. And
no, that's a good fucking hat though. That's a good hat. We're going to use that logo next session now that I've seen it.
Yeah, that's great. I was not sure about that if the details on the chat are that good, but they are fantastic.
Nah, it looks really good. All right, cool. So, guys, two things: get your vote in, and get your vote in.
Yeah, I'm getting my vote in. I'm getting my vote in now.
I bet you are. I haven't voted yet.
Oh no, you don't have to vote.
There it is. Yeah. This is a close one because people want to see you continue to beat me. That's what it is. Because it's too close. It's too close. These hats are both great, but all right. So listen, this is what we're gonna do, right? So this is what we've got going on. Leon, why don't you show your hat? I don't think it's a Toppers hat, but you can show it.
Oh, it's the Brooklyn Dodgers. I'm going all Dodgers today. The Roberto Clemente side patch.
Okay. All right. Cool. Someone asked in the chat.
Yeah.
I allowed some contraband non-Toppers hat in here.
Now I'm in here.
Yeah, there's no coming back now, buddy.
No, there's no coming back. It's just hard.
Another 6 minutes.
Okay.
You got a 9% lead right now.
No, I got a 20-point lead.
20
it's 60-40.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. So here's what we're gonna do, right? So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna show a couple college hats, some minor league hats, right? Then I'm gonna hand it off to Pat. Pat's gonna show, I think it's 4 NFL hats, right?
Yep, exactly.
4 of the NFL hats that are coming to both Europe and the US. Now those have not landed in the US yet. I don't know what's going on with these things. They're taking forever to get here, but they're going to be here soon. Those ones that Pat's going to show cannot be invoiced yet, guys. So just understand that. So these ones that Pat's going to show cannot be invoiced yet. But as soon as the NFL hats do arrive, there's these and then several others. And we'll do all of those in one video, and then then you guys can ask for invoices on those. So you're only seeing 4 of, I think, 10 or 11, maybe 12 of this run of NFL. And then there'll be more coming after that. But that video will be on its own. But with that, I guess we'll start with the hats. You guys ready?
Hell yeah.
All right. So let's start here. So you guys know how much Pat and I love using the Fresno Grizzlies, right? So what we did here is we wanted to do the Fresno Bulldogs, Fresno State. And the logo that's on the side of here is one that you've seen Pat and I use on several hats with the slash marks on it because it was a collaboration between the Fresno Bulldogs and Fresno Grizzlies. Pat and I are still working with New Era to try to get those two melded on the same hat, and that's going to be quite the undertaking. But we just want to do a nice, clean Fresno State Bulldogs hat. So we did navy, green under. You got the Bulldog, and you got that SF on the side for Fresno State. You got a little Fresno State on the back. But this thing, we wanted to just keep it nice team colors, nice and clean. The Bulldogs outlined in metallic silver. Great embroidery on that. And this thing just explodes off the side. Great college hat. Nobody really does the Fresno Bulldogs, and we have another version coming too with the full dog. But this thing is beautiful. So that's the first college hat that we have. Put ones in the chat if you like the hat. Please, anytime you see a hat you really like, let's hit ones in the chat just so we know if you really like these hats. So for the Fresno Bulldogs, let's throw ones in the chat if you like this hat. All right, so that's the Fresno Bulldogs. Now the second college hat I think is going to blow people's minds. Now I did show this quickly on a show, but this is the UNC. Now I did talk to Pat. Pat and I were like, hey, we got to tone down the satins a little bit, right? And we had to kind of tone them down a bit. But I'm going to tell you the two colors of satin that I'm going to continue to use with Pat are navy and black, because navy and black satin, they just look amazing. So this is a stone dome. You've got that UNC Tar Heel on the front. Look at them. Metallic silver, metallic blue gray. If you look at the highlights in there, there's some metallic blue gray in there.
It took me 20 fucking years to get that logo into my collection.
Well, it's here now, Pat. This thing came out amazing. And guys, Pat and I ordered some extras of this to make sure every Vault Club member would be able to get their hands on it. So anybody who wants it is probably going to be able to get it. This thing is clean. Beautiful. I love this hat, man. This logo is fantastic. And I know I see some Duke guys out there like, oh, Duke. I get it, man. Duke. Yeah, fuck Duke for tonight. Because we didn't do a Duke hat. We only did UNC.
But Jordan makes it universal, right?
Listen, I don't want people to underestimate how good looking that is, though. Because when you get it up close and you see the metallic blue gray and you see the silver, this thing is sick.
That's the
real clean.
I had a private session for 5 minutes with this hat. I said, nobody should disturb me. I just want to look at this fantastic hat.
You felt it in your pants, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So we got some good minor leagues, too. We never have a drop without minor leagues. So we did a Delmarva Shorebirds that we thought did really well the first time around. It sold out. I think we have a reorder coming on that one soon. But we wanted to do the bigger bird. Nice and clean, black, orange button. You know that their parent club is the Baltimore Orioles. You got that green undervisor. Nice and clean. We coppered that bird out. Outline him in orange. Nice and clean. If you don't have a Delmarva in your collection, this is a Delmarva you may want to grab. I love this hat. That's a big-ass logo, too.
Yeah.
May I interrupt you for a second regarding copper to show off what we have today as a drop? Because I think the drop will be it's already close that this hat is dropping, and there is something else what we have as a special for you guys, because you should know it first, so you can take advantage now. We got the 3+1 weekend coming back at Topperzstore. So if you go to the site and you add 4 hats to your cart, 1 is for free. And you can also use it on this drop now. So the pre-orders are the only ones which are excluded. And this beauty is dropping in a few minutes. So it will be online in a few minutes. And I know this Motor City is a little bit controversial, that script, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And I also love that side patch because it always reminds me of the Corvette logo with these two things. It's so great. I mean, come on. And Pierre came up with the great idea to put orange and copper together, and this was a fantastic idea. And then we got a satin brim on this one. We got a flat MLB Betterman on the back and white guts.
You know where I came that orange copper thing. You know what caused me to want to do that was a store put up a hat with copper, right? And someone said, "Oh, when did metallic orange get into the catalog?" And I was like, "It does look kind of orange." And then you start to realize they're complementary colors. They look really good together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stephen Butler, the hat on Pat's head. That I don't think that specific one will come to the U.S., but we're gonna probably make one on Monday. I wrote it down in my notes just now, so we'll do that on Monday. All right. So the hat's about to drop it.
Yeah, I keep you updated. I
Okay.
start to scream when it's online.
All right, cool. So Chuco Town 1 has not dropped yet, but we did Chuco Town 2, which is a mix of Oceanside and brown. This one came out really clean. Dude, I wore the Chuco Town 1 to the gym today, and everybody asked Brady. They were like, "What's on your head, man?" The Chuco Town 1. But this is the Chuco Town 2. So you've got that blue, you've got that walnut, you've got metallic blue gray outlined in copper, and El Chuco on the side. For those that don't know, this is an ode to El Paso. El Paso has a huge Mexican population, and that's where Chuco Town comes from. Beautiful. This thing came out really nice. This is a beautiful hat. If you are an El Paso fan, this is the one for you. I love this hat. This Chuco Town script, too, guys, is very much like the Chihuahuas one. When you see it in hand, it's fucking crazy. I'm telling you, I wore the brown one to the gym today, and everyone was asking me what it was, to the point where I had to put my headphones in and ignore people. All right. Next up. This thing is crazy. The Blue Claws. So when Pat and I saw this logo, we're like, man, if anything needs metallic, it's this thing. Got a little blue claws on the side there, kept it nice and clean. But look at this motherfucker. This thing's crazy, man.
This looks amazing.
I love this hat. This was the one I was going to wear on the show tonight, and I wasn't sure if it would beat your hat. So I had to go grab your own weapon.
Yeah, you went with the safe one. So
yeah, you know what's interesting? The records right now are very similar to what the Falcons usually put out every year.
Yeah.
All right.
You need to wait 10 years until you put out that records again.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Fucking, you took Judon, you fucking asshole, but I took the win.
That's the one. I mean, come on. This is so crazy.
The Aberdeen Ironbirds.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking thing, man.
This is so great.
You know, Pat, when we put together a design session and an order, there's always one hat that I'm most excited to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was two. There was this one and the Lou, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one's better, but we're going to do a poll on that, Leon, if that's okay, once I get to the Lou, right? Because I want to know what people – well, actually, let's do a poll right now on the two crabs. You got the Blue Claws and you got the Aberdeen Ironbirds crab. So this is meant to design to be an A. You've got Oceanside. That's burnt wood, right? Pat, that we use there, right?
Yeah, that's burnt wood. Yep.
And we got that Aberdeen. That's one of the best minor league side patches in the game. Fucking beautiful. This hat is sick.
Absolutely.
I want to know what you guys like better. Hit that poll, guys. Are you with Leon? Put the blue crab or the red crab, the Aberdeen or the Jersey Shore Blue Claws? Which one is your favorite? Pat, which one's your favorite?
It's tough to say, but I would choose this one.
You would?
Yeah.
So, for those that like this logo, right? This won't be the last time you see it either. This is a nice, clean version, but there's also going to be, we did one up in suede too.
I'm already getting so hungry of all of these hats. I mean, it's like tocino, crabs. It's crazy. What's next? So,
okay, I got an NFL hat now. Okay.
Oh.
Now this is just so. Every 9/11 hat you see, and I get it, it's the Yankees and the Mets, right? But one of my favorite moments as a sports fan was 2001, right? And this was a season that kind of came after the 9/11 tragedy, and the Patriots were led by Drew Bledsoe, right, at the time. But then Drew Bledsoe got knocked out of the game. Tom Brady took over, and the rest is history. But this is like this hat's going to come out a few days before 9/11. But we want to do a 9/11 tribute with the Patriots because this is the year that they won that first Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. We outlined it in gold. The Flying Elvis is outlined in gold. and we put that American flag on the back as a 9/11 tribute. For those that don't know, it was almost prophetic, right? That you had such a terrible tragedy in the United States, and a team in all U.S. colors, with the name of the Patriots, ended up winning the Super Bowl that year, and outgunned and outplayed the LA Rams, which is fucking incredible because that was the greatest show on turf. That team was sick. Mm-hmm. This thing is beautiful. I love how it came out. You guys know me. I'm a staunch Patriots fan. And this thing is going to be our 9/11 tribute this year. So want to do something different. Everyone of those Yankees and Mets, we wanted to go a different route. And I think this thing came out nice.
Absolutely. It's a gem.
So now I'm going to hand it over to Pat. Pat, if you could, before I get into MLB, I'm going to have you show off the NFL that we have coming worldwide, which is these are worldwide hats that you and I created together.
I would like to start with the Buffalo Bills because this color combo looks so great. And we're not doing that much red hats, but this was a must to make it as a red hat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Slick.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, come on. It's got all of these got set, not all of these, but most of these got satin brims because what we wanted to achieve was like those satin part of the old jerseys they had, of the old Reebok jerseys.
The Buffalo Bills logo too is one of my favorites. Now, the Patriots when I was young, right, were never anywhere near the Super Bowl. So let's be honest here. But the team that I rooted for those years in the Super Bowl was always the Bills, and they lost 4 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember my parents, they knew that I liked the Patriots, but they still went and got me a Buffalo Bills starter jacket. It was hard, but I still wore it. You know?
Yeah. It's hard to wear during the regular season.
It is.
You still have it?
No. That thing's long gone. I would beat the shit out of my clothes when I was a kid.
Nah, this is great. Then we got this NFL logo on the back and the Kelly Green UV. I mean, Kelly Green UVs go so well together with these red and blue hats. It's a beauty. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people were asking also Kelly Green UV for the 49ers. And of course, we did also 49ers and did it in the colorway. So this goldish.
We tried to mimic the helmet as much as we could with that French toast type color.
Yep. And 49ers script. I mean, this is my favorite 49ers logo. I absolutely love that. 30th anniversary on the side with the helmet.
Yeah.
And then also NFL shield on the back. And of course also Kelly Green UV. And this was a must. So to do it like this, I love it.
That 49ers like saloon script is the best in football.
Yeah. And talking about scripts,
I love this fucking colorway. This is the one I was most excited for of the NFL hats.
Ooh, that Bears.
That Bears is amazing. So we got an orange dome. So as you see, we also went crazy, a little bit more crazy on the colors. And then again, like on the Motor City. Like the Motor City is now online, by the way. So just that you guys know.
Motor City's online, and the sale buy 3 get 1 is live now, everybody. So you get the first dibs on that sale.
Yep.
So for those that don't know, Pat and I over order specifically before we have a planned sale. So people are like, "Oh, why is some of this stuff sitting?" Well, it's sitting because we ordered more so people could take advantage of it. So you'll see those moments happen every now and then throughout the year.
Yeah, and now I would ask everybody of you to put up your shades because this
fucking thing is disgusting. And this is one of 2 Lions hats that are coming to the US. I don't know if the other one's coming to Europe, but there's a black version coming to the US.
There's a black version coming too, yes. I think this is the European. I think this is on both. Yeah, this must be on both because I have it.
Yeah, both for sure.
Yeah. And this was crazy when we got this approved because it's not usual that you get something like that approved. Like back in the days, it was not because you had to use the original team colors. And this is the metallic blue gray with the silver outline. And look at this fantastic embroidery in the front. And then we got the 90th anniversary side patch.
Mm-hmm.
These details are insane, really. And then we got the NFL shield on the back on a chrome dome. Beauty of a hat.
Listen, this NFL stuff. Guys, we can't invoice these yet. Pat and I are going to do an impromptu live when the NFL ones arrive in whole, and it'll be a members-only video. We'll figure out, and then you guys will be able to do that immediately following that video. But that'll be a live that Pat and I do. It'll be a random time, but once it comes in, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to get you guys the chance to invoice these before they hit the greater public. No Packers yet, guys. So everyone take it easy. But there's some good stuff coming. All right. Pat, can you show there's one young man in here that didn't see the 49ers. Can you show the 49ers one last time?
Of course.
So that's a French toast crown. You've got a red satin visor. You've got metallic gold outlined in red. And then you've got that beautiful Super Bowl side patch there, the 30th anniversary of Super Bowl 24 on the side. So what Pat and I were trying to do is trying to match up the helmet color to the crown. And I think we came as close as you can because it is pretty similar. We tried to get as close as we could. And this thing came out great, man. And it's one of our favorite NFL, probably my favorite. I'm not going to speak for Pat, but that's probably my favorite NFL script.
Yeah, mine too. Beside the Falcons, of course.
All right, you guys ready for some MLB?
Ooh, yes.
All right. So if you notice, Pat and I, Pat takes credit for this. So Pat found that really sharp-cornered, sharp-edged Houston Astros logo. And we're always looking for different logos that maybe are untapped or maybe not, people haven't used yet. And we wanted to do this one. And there's going to be multiple versions of this, but this is the first one. This is this flowy script, Los Angeles Dodgers. And we thought it would match up nicely with an LA on the side with the flowers. And
I love that.
For those that don't know, you can't get red Dodgers hats in the greater Los Angeles area. You have to kind of get them from a store outside of those areas. And we put this together, and I think it came out beautifully. This is one of the nicest looking scripts that I've seen, smooth and flowing. A different take on the LA Dodgers. You got the LA on the side with the roses. You got the batter man on the back. And you got a green UV. Nice, clean cap. Beautiful.
Something really different.
Yeah, it's just different. And that's a good thing. I think that Astros logo, the reason why people love it so much is because you just don't see it. Now, I was just looking through Oakland A's stuff with Pat. And I was remembering back to when I saw this, it instantly brought me back to my childhood. So I don't know if you guys saw, I posted in my story, my son was packing boxes and he pulled out this Jose Canseco card that said powering. Leon, can you pull it up? Do you think can I send it to you?
If it's, send it to me because it might not be on your story still. I think that was from a couple days.
Yeah, it's not my story. So let me send it to you, right? This thing, man. When I tell you Brady was fucking dying of laughter, he's like, "Dad, what the heck is this, Dad? Is this a joke?" And I was like, "No, that's Jose Canseco."
Yep, this was no joke.
Oh, wait a second. I don't know where. Oh, here it is. So every now and then, we get boxes and boxes of baseball cards in, right? Because we put a baseball card in every order. Sometimes my dad messes up and puts two, but this card. When my son was packing boxes for my daughter who was picking the hats, this one got my son. So needless to say, my son's new name at the warehouse is Power and Glory. He's not a big fan of this card.
PNG.
Look at this. Can you put it as a baseball card?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a Calvin Klein commercial.
Yeah.
Now, Jose Canseco was a fantastic ball player. He was the first, I think he was the first 40-40 guy. He was the first 40 home. He was the first 40 home run, first 40 stolen base guy. Now, that feat's been accomplished many times since then, but I believe he was the first 40-40. He combined speed with power. And then a young man by the name of Mark McGuire, whose 1985 USA Topps baseball card was one of my gems in my collection. combined to create the duo known as the Bash Brothers. Now, the Bash Brothers, for those that don't know, they kind of ushered in the steroid era, right? And the steroid era is literally what saved fucking baseball. Like, all of that saved baseball. Whether you like Jose Canseco or not, whether you agree with steroid usage or not, it saved the game of baseball. So Pat and I saw this. I said, man, we got to make this. This is like the Bash Brothers. All green, gray under. And Pat and I, just for effect, we want to make sure we put the Oakland there. Because what this does right here, guys, this is going to make this hat rare because it won't be able to be made after a certain date. So we said, fuck it, put the Oakland on there. Yes. And I'm telling you, man, if you're a baseball fan like I am, and you guys know I'm a huge baseball fan, Pat's a huge baseball fan, this is super, super necessary. So that's the Bash Brothers.
The Bash Brothers. It's a fantastic hat.
Next up is the hat that I think a lot of people are waiting for. Get your Air Force Ones ready. The Lou.
What about side hip?
Yeah.
This thing.
Damn. That's a beauty.
And guys, in the chat, I'd love it if you typed in your favorite hat so far. Let's write your favorite hat so far that we've shown. We've shown a lot. But let's write your favorite hat in the chat. Keep the chat going. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Everybody should be liking this video. Free content. I'm up at 11 o'clock at night. It's almost tomorrow. Pat woke up at what time? Pat woke up at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock in the morning because I saw that he read my message to him. I always send him a nightly message before I go to bed. Hey, Pat, this is what we accomplished today. This is what we're going to do tomorrow together. This thing's fucking beautiful, right? The Lou. Oh, you can do a Q&A in here. Look at this.
Does that show it properly?
I see it, yeah. Okay, so guys, I know I'm telling a lot of stories tonight, but it's important to understand where this stuff comes from, right? So as a kid, I'd go to Fenway Park a couple times a year. As I got older and I was making my own money, I was able to go to Fenway Park a lot more often. Two things that were iconic about Fenway Park to me: that green monster in left field and the Sitco sign. So when you come out of Fenway Park and you're driving home, that Sitco sign is something you're staring at for quite a fucking while because of the traffic. But it's also something that lights up the sky, right? And it was like, it's iconic to me because I'm a huge Boston Red Sox fan. I don't do a lot of Boston Red Sox hats because I don't want people to say, oh, this Homer, he's using, he's got a store, so now he's just going to fucking make all Boston hats. But this one was necessary, guys. We did it in the classic green monster colors. You've got that Boston and orange across the front and that Sitco sign on that side as a side hit. The reason why is, guys, if you're a Boston guy or even if you're a baseball fan, Fenway Park is a cathedral. It is a cathedral of baseball. And this kind of signifies all of those components of it. This thing is fucking beautiful. I love this thing.
Yep.
And if you don't like the Boston Red Sox, fuck you. I love this hat.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Color match to the monster.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great hat.
All right, so next up, we're going to go, I love this Bird Brawler front logo. Now, what Pat's taught me, one of the biggest things Pat's taught me is, well, it started with this. Like, if I can make something that I don't have in my collection, most people don't have it, right? If I have 17,000 hats, whatever, like if I make something I don't have, it's probably safe that people are gonna be like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. But I also have to learn to use stuff that I may not be a personal fan of, right? And Pat said, Pierre, listen, man, you may not like it, but people will like it. And that's what's important. He's right. He's right. He's taught me that. And, I think Pat and I teach each other things every day. But that's something I want to call it that Pat's taught me. So I'm not a big fan of stadium patches, but people love these stadium patches. So I was like, all right, man, fine. We'll fucking do it. So we took the Bird Brawler, and we got this regular, beautiful Orioles colorway, which we love, that black and orange. and we threw the Memorial Stadium side patch on the side, metallicized, nice and clean. And I got to tell you, man, it did come. It makes me a believer. Once I get them in, it makes me a believer.
Mm-hmm.
I love this thing.
Yep.
And this logo here is fucking great. I think it's my favorite Orioles logo. I don't care what anybody says. I love this logo. Beautiful. All right. Well, speaking of things I'm not usually a fan of.
We
decided to unleash an upside down. The only upside down logo that Pat and I really like is the Arizona Diamondbacks, but this thing came out really nice. I know a lot of people were asking me for an upside down Arizona. They wanted it. We made it. Here it is.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
The V-backs, yeah. All right. So Pat's been we've been challenging each other, Pat and I, on using different colors. Now, Pat is in love with this color called fucking corn silk. So I hear this shit all the fucking time, like corn silk, corn silk. Let's put some corn. It used to be seashell, now it's fucking corn silk. But
no, both. It's both. It's a combo of both.
But this one is good. So what we did is we used just a nice clean brown, and then we wanted to do red and outline it in corn silk. This was actually made the day before our 1-year anniversary because I was setting the store up and Pat was in there like fucking around with corn silk and came up with this nice clean Astros hat. Simple to the point, but corn silk, what I like about it, not everything has to be metallic, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when you throw corn silk on there, that's a nice, rich looking gold. Do you know what I mean? And without that fucking all that shine, it kind of dilutes it a little bit and calms it down, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
so
looks
nice
metallic.
Yeah, it looks metallic, right? It gives that look. And corn silk is Pat's new binky when it comes to colors. So get used to it.
Nice.
This will be a corn silky winter.
That's it, man. That's it. All right, you guys ready for the last hat?
Yeah.
All right, so this hat, we did 2 versions of the Lou, right? So we did the 2-tone, and Pat are like, all right, people are going to love the 2-tone, but not everybody's going to love the 2-tone because it's 2-tone and the colors. Like there might be someone. We got to make sure that everybody likes and gets a version of the Lou that they like. So then we did this one. You got the Redbirds, gold bat. The Lou is in metallic blue gray, so that plays as a sky blue. So these incorporate all kinds of the traditional colors for the Cardinals. For those that don't know, powder blue was also a staple color for the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. This patch came out. Like I was worried about this patch. This thing came out good.
It's nice.
It's so good. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Green UV. You know what? I want to do one more poll, Leon. I want to know if people. Which one do you guys like better? And let us know in the comments, did Pat and I do the right thing by doing 2 versions? This is version 1, the 2-tone. You've got the green with the royal. Okay. Pops really nice. Then the black with all the traditional Cardinals colors in that side patch.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hear what you guys think. Which one's better? Pat, how about you? Which one's better?
It's tough to say. Really tough to say.
Leon, you have a pick?
Yeah, no pressure, right? I'll probably go with the 2-tone. This is tough because I love black hats, so
yeah,
it's really tough.
I see the 2-tone's better, but for me, I'd probably get the black. But the 2-tone is the better hat, I think.
I'm going 2-tone.
Yeah.
When I curved this up, right, and you guys saw it, I put on my Instagram a little early. I couldn't wait to curve that thing up. The 2-tone is fantastic, but the black is versatile. The 2-tone is better. I think it's the better of the 2 hats, but the black is going to be more versatile.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a 2-tone in this colorway, this is the one. That's the way to go. If you do have something that's similar to that colorway, then I'd go black. But either way, you all should be trying to get one of these because these are fucking great.
The collector in me says both. Get both.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, same here.
But this is probably my favorite City Connect logo now.
Really?
Yeah, dude, look at it, man.
It's good. It is good.
No, it is really good. They did a great job on this one.
They did a great job, man. All right,
Yeah,
so
really
Leon,
good writing.
Leon, you got to pick. You got to pick your 4 favorites, Leon.
My 4 favorites. All right, so let's go Fresno State Bulldogs.
Really?
I like a good NCAA hat. I haven't even seen this logo or the side patch, really.
You know what's crazy though, and honestly, like Pat, if we can continue that work with New Era and get that one mixed, where you use both of the Fresno State Grizzlies logo along with the bull, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's usually the full body dog, and he's always looking confused and stuff. But like this one, I like it.
He's pissed, man.
Nice raised logo, beautiful colorway. Number 2,
Okay.
the UNC, the UNC. Come on, man. You don't like satin? Too bad.
No, the blue satin on this is what sets this hat apart, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, the navy blue satin looks so rich. It's what sets it apart.
Then this is not in order. This is the order of appearance. So Aberdeen crabs. Between the 2 crabs, I lean the more realistic looking logo, and plus this forms an A. How crazy is that?
Well, dude, this thing too in the fall, like this fits what the coming, because Pat and I now, if you guys aren't noticing, we're converting into fall.
More earthy tones, yeah.
More earthy tone. And frankly, that's Pat and I's wheelhouse.
That's your jam. You've always loved earth tones.
Oh yeah. But that's where Pat and I excel.
And then to me, Boston Green Monster, Sitco Fenway patch. We've done a lot of work together in terms of like in the past of like, collabs and different collab ideas. You always wanted to do a Sitco hat, but never could find like a meaningful way to do it. Like to hook the sign, whatever. No, you just put the sign there with the green monster. This is an excellent hat, my friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Listen, I gotta tell you, like, Pat and I, like, Pat's the best partner I've ever had in a work relationship. We feed off each other, man. It works. Like everything is. People were asking me. I was talking to some other folks, and Leon, you were a part of this. The reason why it works is because we have fun doing it. Everything's fun, man. Like we don't ever have a session where we're not laughing and goofing off and having a great time. But the sessions where we joke the most are when the best hats come out. Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, I couldn't ask for a better partner doing all this stuff. It's fantastic.
Same here.
I love what we're doing. And I think that's it. But I do think there's a couple things we can wrap up with. So I'm going to start doing some more all the fitted content. But we're going to also do some snapback content. I'm going to start figuring out how we implement some of that too. Because a lot of people have been asking me, Pierre, like, why don't you show any of the A-frames and whatnot? And you're right. Like, I should be showing those too. So we'll be showing some more A-frames and stuff from time to time. We've got the buy 3, get 1 for you guys. We wanted to give back towards the end of the season because you guys have been fantastic in terms of your support. I don't think Pat and I could ask for a better customer base. I don't think I've had one. And I mean this. I don't think I've had one bad interaction with a customer in over a year. I want you to think about that. There's something about a Topperzstore customer, and I think it's partly the way we treat people and the way Pat has kind of set up how he treats people in Europe, where it's not confrontational, it's not argumentative. We're just coming to a place where we figure it out together if there's a problem or something. And it's just been fucking great, man. I mean, I worked at Apple for, I don't know, man, 13 years or whatever the fuck it was. And, I experienced more customer issues in a day than I would a lifetime here. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just like really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it too, because this doesn't feel like work, man. It feels like just hanging out with my best friend making hats and then helping some of my best friends buy hats. And I think this is like a dream, man.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So
Go ahead. Yeah.
We had a couple questions
Mhm.
come up on the floor, so I've kind of compiled them for you. Will Williams asks, when can you expect to see some NHL hats from you guys? New Era just had a big NHL hat drop today.
Yeah, they did a whole slew of plain Janes today.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you guys, it's scheduled to hit sometime around mid-September.
Mhm.
That's when you're going to start seeing them. That doesn't mean we're going to sell them right then, but that's where Pat and I are going to quickly activate. We're going to organize ourselves. I'm going to get those hats over to Europe so we can get some pictures taken. Pat and I are going to do lives, and you guys are going to be the first to enjoy NHL at Topperzstore USA.
Yes.
So we're going to figure that out. So that's going to be priority one. So as soon as those come in, I process that with the family. Pat and I figure out what's next, and then I'm telling you guys, within a week of them arriving, less than that, you're probably going to see a live with Pat and I just showing you all that stuff and giving you an opportunity to touch what you haven't been able to touch for many years. So if I could give you guys any piece of advice right now, it's like delay gratification and wait for us, because I'm telling you, what we did is going to blow you out of the water, man. You're just going to be your mind's going to be blown. There is an Anaheim Ducks hat amongst, I don't know, 50 others that you're going to be like, what the fuck? These guys are at another level right now. And I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, you will love it. That's for sure. That's for sure. It will be fantastic. You'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Poppy Capsulot asks, are college hats another one of those things that you should keep it as close to the team colors as possible? Do you guys feel that way?
Well, you kind of have to. Number one.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, now listen, we're not experts on every little nuance of this, but it feels like you can't really fuck around too much with colors with college. So you got to stay. And I also think the college fans are the type that like they want the natural colors of their team on the hat.
Yeah. Because sometimes I think with the approval process, the league can improve, like the team, like override the team, or it's like both. But for NCAA, there's no like real governing body that the team has to approve it, or the team or the school. In this case, the school will have to approve it. So there's like no like league that it can kind of bypass. And then there are a couple questions from the floor in terms of invoices. What could be invoiced when and which hats? I think just a simple reminder for everyone, because
I can go through that with everybody. So.
Yeah.
Right, like anytime now, anything that we showed tonight, exclude now the Patriots hat I can invoice. The hats that Pat showed tonight, I cannot invoice yet until they land in the US, because I don't want to be holding up. I could very well invoice them and like hold orders and stuff, but I don't want to do that. It's too messy. We just invoice everything but what Pat showed tonight. We can invoice. And trust me, I do my best. People like if you get a no, it's very rare. I do my best to make sure with the team that we get you guys invoiced, because again, you guys are a very loyal group of folks. So we make sure that we help you guys out. So anything other than what Pat physically showed today can be invoiced.
All right. And then the results of our polls tonight. So Red Crab won 58%, and Black Cat Cardinals won 62-37.
You know what's interesting? That's what the poll is, right? But I'm willing to bet the two-tone is going to sell out first.
The two-tone is more different. I think it's a more solid hat, but black is like a cheat code. Everything shines better. The logos always look better, but it's not any. Everyone's got a black hat, but not everyone may have a blue and green hat. That's why. You
know what's weird about me though? What? And you and Pat have been around me long enough to know 99% of the time I'm wearing a black t-shirt.
Yeah.
But people wonder, like, why is he always wearing a black t-shirt? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I can wear whatever the fuck I want on my head.
Yeah,
exactly.
That comes from all the multiple recordings we used to do. Remember, sometimes we record 5 times a night.
Right.
You switch your hat, and no one knew.
Yeah, I would just switch my hat.
Yeah. No one knew.
Because sometimes there was times when Views in the Vault, when the hype was at its peak. Leon, myself, and at the time Jason would record every night, because I'd have hats coming in from vendors every night and every day, and we would sometimes record 3-4 videos in a night. and all I was doing was switching out my hat and keeping the black T-shirt on. There were times I'd wear a jersey, I take the jersey off as a black T-shirt under there, and I just put a different hat on. You know, it's like because I never wanted to look like that guy that was wearing the same shit in 4 consecutive videos.
Yeah, because they could tell you record when you recorded it.
Yeah. And black tees are just easy, man. I do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, this was a good show. Pat, you have anything else you want to kind of talk through or anything you want to bring up?
No, I'm fine. It was a fantastic show. A lot of great hats. And
Yeah. Listen, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I really appreciate. Listen, again, we have the best customers on the face of the planet. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. I want you guys to know if invoicing is open now, send it over. Myself, Anna, and my daughter Sophie will be taking care of those throughout the day tomorrow. And that's it. And please, if you're watching on Sunday, I'm shutting down one day this week. Sunday's gonna be my day. I'm gonna shut down. So if you don't get responses from me on Sunday or in the email box on Sunday, that's because even I need a little bit of sleep sometimes. So with that, I want to thank Pat again for braving the wild streets of Austria and getting into that that studio bright and early.
Yeah.
Leon, I want to thank you for all you did this evening. And with that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys drop a like on the video on the way out. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, but are members, that would make it weird. So make sure you guys are subscribed. We did check a stat: 60% of our views come from non-subscribers. I hope that's not from none of you members, but we do appreciate each one of you members. But yeah, for Leon, Pat, and Pierre, we're out of here.
See you, everybody. And Ron, the Browns hat is coming too. Have a good night.
Oh yeah.
Peace.